What's going on, Yu-Gi-Oh community? YGO Paladin back here with another vlog video. Now we are starting things off a little bit differently because tomorrow morning is the tournament. So we are at the night before, but I just wanted to record this intro to get it out of the way because I gotta wake up tomorrow. I'm tired right now, so I'd rather go to sleep instead of re-sleeving my entire deck, and I'd just rather save that for tomorrow, and I don't want to feel like rushed and do this intro really quickly and stuff like that. So figure just get it out of the way, let's do it tonight. So I am gonna be playing my Heroes deck. No surprise there. Now last week I did do a recording. I was recording and I was going to do a vlog video. However, I decided to not upload that video just because the video was like less than 10 minutes long. We did have a small turnout with 7 players because the majority of them went to the Los Angeles regionals. I don't know what the outcome was for that anyways. I don't even know who had the best record. I really did not know, so I should have asked. But yeah, it was a small turnout. I could not record round one because I played against a kid and it was their first time playing, and I cannot actually record while they are, you know, within the room, so I was not allowed to. Yeah, I understand that completely, and just did not end up doing like the video. Like I said, it was less than 10 minutes. Did not feel like it was like a vlog video, especially with everybody gone. I didn't really do trading or anything, and just like, yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, you know, so I decided not to release that video and just kind of scrapped it. So this I am excited for because hopefully tomorrow a lot of people will be going back, and I do have my deck Devastation Viruses now for the side deck against Sprite, so I am expecting some Sprite players over there. I know my friend Aaron's going. He plays Sprite Tri-Brigade, so that's gonna be really interesting. We do have, I think, 2 other players that play Sprite, so if they're there, we got 3 Sprite players, so I'm assuming I'm gonna play against at least one of them. And I am happy with my deck still, but I am debating doing some changes by taking out the Rivalry Warlords, putting them back into the side deck, and I don't know exactly what maining to replace those cards, but maybe I'll go back to the Evil Hero package and just like play those. I'm not entirely sure. I'll figure it out all by tomorrow after the tournament. Maybe this tournament I'm just gonna play this version for the last time. Here is the deck if you guys want to see it. I know a couple of people might want to see it, so let's just throw it out right here instead of doing a whole deck profile video. This is what I am running. It is a 40 card deck, 14 card side deck though, because I can't find my red reboot and I don't have a third Chaos Hunter, which I would run in a heartbeat. Now I am happy with how the deck works, but I feel like with Rival Warlords you need to at least open that up when you are going first. Afterwards it's like it's okay still, but you know, your opponents might have like a bunch of negations and interactions with that card after you try to activate it, like going against some Sprite players. I did have it, but they also had it totally awesome, so it was kind of like dead, you know. I knew they were going to negate it and they're just going to set it on their field and then probably activate it on my turn or something like that, you know. So I just like thinking about maybe taking them out and just see what happens with there. So without further ado, I'm gonna head to sleep, and tomorrow's gonna be the tournament, so I am very excited for that. So technically, even though it's tomorrow, I'm still gonna have to say it. Let's head over to the Paladins. So we just finished up round 1. We played against Sous Ships. Now Sous Ships is an interesting deck. I have never actually played against it, but I have seen around, you know, I have seen it around at the very least. So my opponent didn't really have a good start on his first turn. He just set a monster and passed, and then I went into my turn. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do as much because he used like Effect Veiler, used Ash Blossom on my Fusion Destiny. I just did not have a lot of like play because I think Stratos was the only hero monster in my hand, so I couldn't even like try to search out a Ferris or do like any of those type of plays, so it would not even matter depending on what I searched. And oh, I'm sorry, with the Effect Veiler, I actually used Mass Change to go into my Blast, and that got me a search for another Stratos, and that was really it, actually. But yeah, so then my opponent goes, he sets up his board. It's a very interesting Sous Ship kind of deck, and I haven't actually seen it in action, so it's actually really cool to see it. And he does try to attack it, but thanks to Blasts, I actually bounced back his field spell, so his monster didn't gain its own defense points, so it ran both of our monsters that got destroyed. And yeah, then when it became my turn, I summoned out Stratos. I did some plays, but my opponent ended up scooping during game 1, so we really didn't get to play as much, so I really didn't get to see his entirety of his deck, what it can do. So I didn't know exactly what to side in, so we just went into game 2, and then when it went to game 2, my opponent goes first. He's setting up his board. Then I go second. I'm setting up my OTK board. Unfortunately, I do not have enough damage to do, you know, full lethal damage. But I dropped him down to at least 400 life points, and then when it became his turn, he starts setting up some monsters, but it really did not matter because of my DPE's effect reducing his monsters by 2,000 because I have 10 heroes in my graveyard, and that actually worked out so well for me. And from there, my opponent was just like trying to find something. He went into like 101 Silent Arc, but unfortunately he kind of figured out he messed up there because it just activates, it doesn't take the monster right away, so I could just DPE it. And yeah, it wasn't really too much he can do, so he ended up scooping, and I ended up getting round 1 against Suship. Really cool game. There was another player next to me that actually was playing Suship as well, so it was kind of funny. That table, that first whole table was only playing like Suships, our opponents were, and that was kind of interesting. So yeah, we got it. It was pretty cool. I liked it, and I like the OTK plays, you know. But it was funny just that game 1, I only opened up with Stratos and like Miracle Fusion, Super Polymerization. I think I opened, yeah, Super Polymerization, a Polymerization, and like I did not have too much match change, and yeah, it was funny. But hey, we got through it. I am happy. So let's get back in there and do some tradings because I need to get some cards from my boy Aaron to rebuild a deck of mine. So yeah, very excited. Oh man, we just finished up round 2 and I played against Mathmex. This was pure Mathmex. This was not Ad Ignister Mathmex, and we played against our buddy Joe. And boy, did he just spoiler for like the entire match, I lost this one. I could not do really anything, and it was just like he had like the whole combo with summoning out all of his monsters and summoning out the Alan Bershan, getting a search, summoning out the trap card, and then when it became like my turn, I tried to do some stuff, but I really couldn't, and I just couldn't get over his cards, you know. And then he had the trap card for the Mathmex to summon out up to 3 from his graveyard, and then he XC summons them into the other one. I can't remember the name of it, but he sends a card from my field, the graveyard, and my hand to the graveyard. I'm sorry, my field, spell and trap zone, and in my hand to the graveyard. And yeah, it was just bad. I could not get over that. And then on his following turn, he summons out, you know, he goes to the Access Code Talker play with the update Jammer and just double attacks, and I was just like, yeah. So then for game 2, I sided in like deck devastation viruses as well as the dimensional barrier. I go first, hoping to do something, and as soon as I use a hero lives, summon out my Stratos, get a search, I get draw unlocked. And that was just it for me. I could not do anything. I could not search anything. I summoned out Vion to send Malicious to the graveyard. I guess that was really anything I could do. And then when my opponent goes, he just like goes off. He has the plays. He goes into the Mathmex of like Circular. Then he, I can't remember every single name of them. The Sigma, I believe. And yeah, he just went off, and I'm like, this deck is very impressive. I have not seen a full-fledged deck of Mathmex, and it's a really cool deck. I do like it a lot. I haven't seen it, I'm sorry, in person. I have not played against it in person. I have seen it in Top Cuts and stuff like that, but it's like a really cool deck, and I liked it. I really do like it. I remember I used to try to play that back in the day when that Mystic Fighters actually came out, but unfortunately Alan Bershan was like short printed as hell, so that did not help them. And anyways, yeah, just my opponent just sets up his plays, and he goes into the Transcode Talker, bringing back update Jammer, goes into the Access Code Talker, just destroys my field. I didn't really have much. I only had the 1 Vion, and then just proceeds to double attack me with like 11,000 damage total from Access Code Talker. And I was just like, yeah, Mathmex. It's a good deck though, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to pick up some cards of those just for maybe my Ad Ignisters. I know there's an Ad Ignister Mathmex deck you could build, so I didn't know if I was gonna go for the pure Ad Ignisters with some new tech cards in there or something like that, or go into the Mathmex build. But after seeing that kind of matchup, maybe I'll go for the Mathmex build. I'm not sure, but that does bring our record to 1-1, and it was a good duel regardless. Even though I couldn't do anything, it was still a fun duel. I did enjoy it, and yeah, I'm having a good time here. We did pick up some cards from our boy Aaron, so I'm very happy about that one, trying to rebuild that Ad Ignister deck. And like I said, don't know if I want to do a pure build or a Mathmex build. I think the Mathmex build is a little bit better now, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, we are anxiously awaiting for round 3, and I'm hoping to do pretty well. I hope. So let's get back in there and do some more trading. We just finished up round 3 and we played against our buddy Gio, who was piloting an EXO Sister deck, and I'm just loving the fact that I'm playing against like different decks throughout the day. That's really awesome. I haven't played against Suship, Mathmex, and now I'm playing against EXO Sisters. Really cool trivia there. So anyways, my opponent goes first, and he has the Martha. He did Pot of Prosperity. I think he got one of the EXO Sisters. I can't remember which one he got. And he summons out one of the EXO. Excuse me for not knowing the names of these. I do apologize for it, but I really don't know the names of this. I did not think I would go against this deck at all. So but basically, he has the XC's monster, then he has like 3 sets, and I'm like, okay. I remember they do have a lot of interactions, and my deck does revolve around banishing from the graveyard. So a lot of cards are going to be moved from my graveyard, and this is going to be like this is going to be the nail in the coffin for me. So when it becomes like my turn, I'm trying to do some plays. He has the infinite impermanence, he has one of the trap cards, the special summons 2 from the deck, and then like when I use my malicious or denier, I can't remember which one, or no, I think it was Cross Crusader, he uses each of their effects to XC summon themselves, and then proceeds to do that. He summons out 2 of the XC's monsters, and they are just like, wow, okay. So one can negate effect, the other one could like, I think destroys a monster on my field or something like that during his turn. I can't remember. But ultimately, he just like, he wrecked me. He wrecked me pretty good. I think he banished my, banished my DPE on the field. It was just like, wow, okay, I cannot get over this. So I ended up losing that one. But when it came to game 2, I went first. I had set up a play where it ended my board with a Destiny Hero Plasma, as well as a DPE and a set Dimensional Barrier, which was definitely going to come in clutch here because his whole deck is XC summoning. So when it became his turn, he summoned out his Martha, he summoned out another one from the deck, and then after resolution, I activated Dimensional Barrier to call XC's monsters, and now his monsters' effects are negated, can XC summon. I do have a DPE, which I do activate to destroy a card during the end phase when he sets 2, and I destroyed Pax, and when it became my turn, I went into my combo plays, and I was trying to use like his he forgot that my monsters negate, his monsters effects are negated because of my plasma, and because of that he decided to scoop. So thankfully I got the game 2. Then when we went into game 3, my opponent goes first, and he's just setting up his board. He has quite a lot of cards to just like set up his, man, I just cannot believe like how like interactive that deck is towards me, because my deck is heavily based on like moving cards from the graveyard, you know. So he's gonna pop off, and when it became my turn, I tried to set up my board, and I think I triggered. I should have like played a little bit more cautiously, because if I had not triggered, if I did not use Cross Crusader's effect after I summoned it, I did go to like the DPE, I did that, and I used Cross Crusader's effect to summon out a Destiny Hero from my graveyard. If I had not done that, more than likely, I think I could have lasted a little bit longer in this game, but I just had to do that because, again, my deck revolves around moving cards from my graveyard, so I did that. He ended up like summoning out his XC's monsters. He banished my Cross Crusader and my DPE, and then also banished my Denier. It was just brutal, and then from that point, I was already going to lose because I already paid half my life points because of A Hero Lives, so it did not matter. I decided to scoop it, like, yeah, you got this, bro. Like, I cannot do anything. I only had like a Miracle Fusion, I think, in my hand, or no, I had unplayable cards in my hand, so I could not even do anything. I had Lava Golem. And I tried to play it on his turn, but I was like, oh wait, I already normal summoned, but it was just like a goof, you know. So anyways, yeah, he got the win. EXO Sisters, very interesting deck. I never played against this, so it was very cool to get that experience, and I did enjoy it. Like I said, love that I'm playing against new decks, so that's really cool. So we're gonna get back in there, hope for the best for round 4. I don't know what we will be playing against. I'm not sure, but yeah. So let's get back in there. Maybe we'll do some more trading. I'm gonna hit on my boy Aaron, and yeah, see what other cards he's got. So let's get back in there.
So current one. So first, he's at the chain, so he takes 17.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
And then the
Rank 7s are getting bought out. I'm curious. And we just finished up round 4, the final round of the tournament, and we played against Sprite. Now, I was actually a little bit more prepared for this one. I finally got my deck Eradicator viruses to put in my side deck. Sadly, I did not see a single one of those, even though when I added them in for games 2 and 3. So let's talk about the game set here. So for game 1, my opponent goes first. He's setting up his boards with the Sprite plays. He did have the Elf. He had the Totally Awesome. I can't remember which one of the... he had one of the... I think it was Carrot or Red or whatever it's called. I really don't remember. But honestly, just from that first game, though, I just wasn't able to put out as much as I wanted to. It just wasn't like the best play ever, because when he goes first, he had some setups. He had some... surprisingly, he didn't negate any of my cards, though, but he didn't really have much to negate, and he just like stopped some stuff. I just did not... It just did not do well. But when it came to game 2, Game 2, I went first. I tried to summon out my other place, but my opponent had like the Ash or Effect Veil. He had hand traps. He was able to stop my place. So all I did was just set like a super polymerization and a mass change. So then I proceed to pass. So my opponent goes, and then I use super polymerization to fuse his Sprite Blue with my increase during the battle phase, and I was able to summon out Starving Venom Dragon. So then from there, he passed. And then when it became my turn, I attacked him directly because sadly I did not draw anything else to summon. And then I attacked him directly. So then when it became his turn, he set a monster and passed again. And I drew a Shadow Mist. I summoned out Shadow Mist. I used my mass change to change its attack, to change it to Mass Hero Dark Law. And then from there, Mass Hero Enki. From there, I attacked with Enki, destroyed his monster, activated Enki's effect to search out another mass change, and I was just able to proceed to go for an OTK combo. Exact 8,000 damage was given, and I got game 2. So then we went to game 3. Yeah, game 3. My opponent goes first. He sets some cards, and then it's my turn. He activates the anti-spell fragrance, and I'm thinking, oh shoot, I had polymerization. I had I think it was Miracle Fusion, or no, I have polymerization and mass change in my hand, and I actually have more combos, but sadly when I'm locked out of my fusions, not really too much I could do, but I was able to still set up a play where I was able to proceed to do 8,000 damage. Actually, I did 8,700 points of damage, so I was actually just able to summon out, like, you know, I did my plays where I did like the Cross Crusader. I brought out Cross Crusader, and I summoned out the what was it? Malicious, and then I was just trying to stack up all on damage, and I summoned out the I used Cross Crusader and I believe Denier to go into the what was it called? The Dread Decimator. Dread Decimator was the one that gave all of them attack points, and that was the reason why I won that. And then I also had Honest Neos in my hand. That was awesome. I was so happy that I did that, and I did not rely on fusions for that game, so that was really awesome. I did enjoy that, and I played against Sprite. Funny enough, I just did not see my deck Eradicator Viruses, which is pretty hilarious because that is why I got them.
I'm basically just like yeah. I hear the Ash last turn, now this turn.
Not really bad. I don't like it.
But yeah, it worked out very well. I was so happy that I got it. And we did pick up some more cards. The round was already over actually, but you know, I didn't top anything, so I just had 2 and 2. Yeah, 2 wins, 2 losses, but hey, we still had a good day. I enjoyed playing like 3 new decks here. We played with Suship, EXO Sisters, and Suship, Mathmech, EXO Sisters, and then went to Sprite. Really cool. I enjoyed it. Had a really good time. I picked up some cards from my boy Aaron, and a shout out to my boy Juan for letting me borrow his Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. That actually was used in the Sprite matchup, so that was really cool. I can't find mine. I don't know where the hell it went, and so I'll probably have to order another one. But yeah, they came in and yeah, had a good time. Picked up some good cards, and I am excited. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going to locals next week. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything next week. It depends. Like if something does come up, I'm going to go to that instead. But if not, I'll probably be coming back to Paladins. Now, last week I did not like I did not do any changes to the deck, but this week I still played with like. I was going back and forth if I wanted to change the Dark Angel, take it out, and actually move the rivalries into the side deck, because the more and more I thought about it, it's just like a lot of decks kind of don't like. I took it out of the Mathmech, took it out because it was just completely useless, and I took it out of the EXO Sisters because it was completely useless. Or wait, no, was it the EXO Sisters? Which ones did I take it out of? I really don't remember, but I kind of thinking about putting it back into the side deck. Maybe change the deck up for next week just a little bit, but I'm hoping to get my Megatins and open them up so I can pull some good cards to add into the main deck, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the content. Please hit the like button if you did. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content, and I hope to get my Megatins probably on Monday. I think I'm gonna get them on Monday, so I'll be busting up at least Monday at the time recording this video. Depends when I drop this video. So do expect the case opening. I don't know if I'm gonna split it into 2 parts or I'm gonna do it all in one hit. I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be like 2 separate videos, but yeah, be on the lookout for that one, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.